So when you're measuring pronation and supination, of course, you want to be sure the person has their elbow at 90 so that we're truly getting pronation and supination. And you're going to have your goniometer open. So this is one of the few cases where it starts open. And one arm of the goniometer is perpendicular to the floor. Then notice you want to have your axis close to the floor, not further up on the wrist, and we want to be proximal to the styloid. So I'm going to lay this right here, and I'm going to say, now turn your hand palm up, and this is going to follow along, and it is going to lay flat. You can zoom in if you want to get that, so you can see how it's really flat right across the forearm. So we don't want it where it's flat where it starts, but then it's sticking up, and we don't want it where it's flat at the end, but we've got a big space here. So this one has to stay perpendicular to the floor, and this one is flat across the palmar surface. So for supination, we were starting inside the forearm or on the anterior side of the forearm. If we were doing pronation, we would start on the dorsal side of the forearm, again, proximal to that styloid. Now go ahead and turn your hand palm down, please. And then the goniometer would move up and it would lay flat across the dorsal side of the forearm. So you want to be sure you're not influenced by the hand. You're looking at the measurement strictly on the forearm, and you have to make sure that this arm of the goniometer stays perpendicular to the floor. Now some people like to, they think that it's better if you are holding a pencil in your hand. And the problem with that, go ahead and grasp that in your palm, is you can see that if the wrist was bent in flexion or extension, it can imply more pronation than what we actually have. So if for some reason you would have to use that as your guideline, instead of using the pen, I would say to just have the person be a thumbs up and make sure they keep their wrist steady. And then you're looking at it like this. And now turn your palm so that it's face down, and I'm following the line of the thumb. I don't think that's as accurate, but that is an alternative method.